Welcome again to one of my lives. My name's Carolina and I'm a physiotherapist at Embody Physiotherapy and Pilates, and I'm here in my Aerial Silk and Reformer studio today, and I want to talk today about stress and how it affects us and how we can manage it. So it is very common for me to see patients that come in and one of the main causes of their problem, or at least one of the causes of their pain or dysfunction, is stress. So over the last few weeks I've been talking about neck pain, and that's probably one of the most common areas that we can hold stress. So what is stress? Well, stress is a physiological response to either an emotional or a physical stress on the body. So your heart rate goes up, you can start to sweat, you can feel anxious and worried, excuse me, and sometimes people can become quite unwell. Okay, so it does affect people's well-being and their ability to function both physically and I guess mentally. So there are some specific things that as physios we can definitely help and address stress, and I will actually show you and go through those things next week. But today I really wanted to talk to you about how your perception of your stress is actually probably one of the most important ways to learn to deal with it. So to actually quote one of my good friends who, hi Davina, hope you're feeling well. To quote one of my great friends over in Melbourne, she runs an Instagram page called The Physio Alchemist, so go check it out if you're on Instagram. She offers some really great advice, so I hope you don't mind, Physio Alchemist, I'm quoting your points here, and it is actually based on the author Kelly McGonigal, who is well known for publishing a book about stress and how stress can actually be harnessed and turned into positive. So firstly, I'd like you guys to be aware that stress does arise when something you care about is at stake. So whenever you are stressed, try and always remember what matters to you the most, and take it back to, what matters the most, and think about how the situation you're in, how that can be dealt with to try and resolve whatever it is that you care about the most. And also, stress is really something that's inevitable. So I guess the point is to not stress about stress itself, accept it, because it really is up to you whether you choose to suffer from that stress. So for example, you can sometimes experience situations that are out of your control, such as someone silly on the road that isn't really driving within the road rules. Now you can let that stress you out and make you angry and affect your mood, or you can decide to realise that it's a situation out of your control, take a few breaths, deep breaths, and don't let it get to you. That's just a basic example. But it's true, the way you think about your stress and just accept that these things are going to happen and move on can help you deal with things quite a lot. It's also important to know that stress is not necessarily harmful or toxic in small doses. So a football player that is stressed about getting on field can harness that into more of a positive excitement and go out and really play a great game. So you can turn that feeling of anxiety into excitement a lot of the time and get through a situation a lot better. Remember that stress is also energy. You can harness it to rise to the challenge. So again, converting that anxiety or worriness into more excitement and planning out what you can do to resolve it. And then basically how you think about your stress is what can amplify the negative effects. So I would strongly urge you to click onto the TED link that's going to be linked to this post by author Kelly McGonigal. It's just a 14-minute talk about how she has found that being more positive towards your stress and accepting it, how you can actually basically not have any negative effects from your stress. Now, having said all that, mindset about your stress is important. There are some really great things that a physiotherapist can do for you if you are feeling quite stressed. So we can check, your posture and your muscle tone, and we can correct that, and that can help to reduce the feeling of stress because your muscles will feel more relaxed and you'll feel in less pain. So come see a physiotherapist to help you with that if you are suffering from pain and muscle tension. Otherwise, we can teach you breathing techniques. So breathing is a movement, and specific breathing techniques have been shown to lower cortisol levels. Cortisol is a hormone that makes you feel stressed and continues to make you feel stressed. So we can teach you that. And also, most importantly, exercise has been shown to reduce stress. And if you can't exercise because of physical impairments, the physiotherapist is the perfect person to see, because we can come up with ways to to help you move and help you exercise. So next week, if you can tune in, I'll actually not be here, I'll be in Italy, but I'm going to pre-film some great breathing techniques and some really gentle kind of poses and stretches that you can start to do to help you unwind your stress. But otherwise, guys, if you think that there's something that we can help you with, particularly if you're suffering from pain and muscle tension, even if it is due to a stressful situation, please book in. If you're new to Embody, there's a great offer for all new clients, or if you just need to get yourself moving because you've been stressed at work, it's getting colder, you're not moving enough, book into one of our group reformer or group aerial Pilates classes. All of our aerial Pilates do finish off lying in the hammock, meditating, so just breathing and relaxing. So I guarantee that at the end of the class, you'll definitely feel relaxed. All right, guys, I am off to Italy at the end of this week with my husband. I'm going to have a great time, I'm sure. And like I said, I will pre-tape a few videos for you guys to watch while I'm away. And then when I get back, hopefully I'm not looking too much overweight from all the yummy food I'm going to eat. But I will be back to post my first live, and I'll give you a quick little snippet about how my Italy trip was. Anyway, thanks for tuning in and have a lovely day. Bye.